Hey TGO traders, welcome to Wednesday's market SITREP or Situation Report. Wiz here, the primary and weekly options model portfolio manager at TGO, and market's catching a bit of a bid here today. The relief rally that we saw kick off yesterday is kind of following through to today, but I gotta tell you that it's not really making too much sense. We had a huge miss on GDP today. Now the 500-pound heads were calling for an anemic 2.4% GDP number. We didn't even make it over the 2. I mean, folks, 1.8%. That's just bad. Okay, so our GDP to get us out of this thing needs to have at least a 2 in front of it, preferably a 3, and we got a 1 in front of this thing. So that is absolutely a huge miss. And in those numbers, personal consumption absolutely fell out of bed. PCE from 3.4% to 2.6%, and what the expectations were 3.4%. So very interesting. The market might be catching a little bit of a bid on the European Bernanke, Mario Draghi, saying, hey, I got the bazooka standing by, ready to act. As we covered the other day in my live trading session, banks in Europe are in bear market territory, and the Euro stock index is just falling out of bed as well. So Europe is doing the $6 million man, the Steve Austin down the runway there, slowly imploding. And Mario Draghi standing by with the bazooka to fire. But again, we're seeing a continuing around the world. Things aren't just good, whether it's over in China, Japan, in Europe, and the United States. Things aren't good, but the markets, after going through their temper tantrums of the past couple days, are slowly catching a bid. And I got to tell you, I don't believe it. Okay, so as I talked about yesterday in my SITREP, I think we're in for a very volatile summer. I think, this temper tantrum that we saw after the FOMC announcement last Wednesday is kind of taking a little bit of a break, but we're really going to find out the rest of the week if bizarro market is over, meaning good news is good news and bad news is bad news. But today it looks like a little bit of bad news is good news. So bizarro market might still be going on with the market saying, wow, Mario Draghi's freaked out, our GDP sucks. Well, guess what, Mr. Bernanke, you're not going anywhere. So reopen your bar and keep serving us. So going to be an interesting rest of the week. Going to do a live trading session tomorrow afternoon to talk about all this stuff. So make sure you check your email box so you can join me and talk through this. Nice one-day trade on Goog. This was up about $800 a couple seconds ago. About 40% gain, or nearly $700 in a day. Put this bull put spread on a weekly trade yesterday afternoon. At about 117, got filled at about $1.10. So nice one-day trade on Goog, and our weekly options model portfolio up over $600. And really liking what's going on in our weekly options model portfolio. Also, in our live trade brief yesterday, primary live trade brief, put a bearish double vertical on the VIX. This trade is absolutely crushing it today, up about $700 in a day. It's not a day trade, but it's a bearish double vertical. As soon as volatility popped here, I said, time to be a seller of vol. When vol's expensive, you sell it. When it's cheap, you buy it. And the VIX is a mean volatility reverts to its mean. Okay, we're not going to stay up here at a 10 incline, going at 10 miles per hour on a treadmill. We just can't do it. The market doesn't do that. The VIX doesn't stay elevated forever. And did a nice bearish double vertical. Sold, I believe it was the 2022 bear call spread, and bought the 1816 bear put spread. And as this thing imploded about 5-6, it was about 7% yesterday, another 3% today, racking up some serious profits on that VIX trade. So rest of the week, I said, it's going to be very interesting. Thursday, chock full of economic data as well. Weekly unemployment claims, PCE, personal spending, personal income, pending home sales, and then Friday, very big numbers out of the Chicago PMI and University of Michigan consumer sentiment. So the rest of the week, we're going to see whether or not bizarro market stays or bizarro market is gone. Again, be careful of these the past 2 days of rallies that we've seen, is it possible that the market just ignores everything and keeps going higher from here, and believes that everything's great, the economy's great, and we don't need the Fed? Sold. I'm not a believer of that, and I have hedges on in all my portfolios, getting ready for a rough summer. But that's fine. If it's market goes up, I have those positions on that are going to do well if the market goes up. But make sure you have your bilge pumps, folks. Make sure you have a chair for when this music stops, if this music stops sometime during the summer. Okay. So again, check your email for our live trading session tomorrow afternoon at 4:30 after the close. Happy hunting. Make sure you hedge, and I'll talk to you guys later.